All right, today is National Encourage a Young Writer Day. So this is me encouraging you to write. Encouragement means basically to take courage and put it inside of somebody. And I believe writing takes three things: courage, awareness, and practice. So I'm giving you a little encouragement to write. You got the awareness, and we're going to practice together. So you need pen and paper, and I'm going to give you these things to think about, and you're going to write about them for only 10 seconds at a time. And you're going to have a story by the time we're done. Okay, it's going to go real fast. And if you don't want to write it down for yourself, you can tell your answers to somebody else and have them write it down too if you'd rather do it that way. Okay, so 10 seconds on each one. You won't need more time, I promise. We'll have time to go back later, but we're going to write a story together, but it's going to be your story. Every answer is the right answer. First thing you're going to write down is any animal. Any animal, the first animal that comes to your mind is the right animal. What is your animal? The start of your story starts with that main character, your animal. The next one is name your animal. Boom, name it. What's the name of your animal? Whatever you want to name it. Travis is a good name if you can't think of any other name for your animal. A couple more seconds for the deep thinkers. I bet you already got it. You already know it. Okay. Now, what color is your animal? Whatever color you want that animal to be, that's the right answer. All right, a couple more seconds on the color. And the next one is, if you were to pet that animal, what does it feel like when you touch it? Describe what it feels like to touch that animal. What does it feel like when you touch that animal? Couple more seconds on that one. What is that animal's favorite snack? What does that animal like to eat for snacks? Not for meals, but snacks. When it's hungry, it wants a good snack. If you can't think of a snack, your animal snack can be your favorite snack. Now, what is your animal's friends? Who are they? Are they animals or people or trees? Take a couple of seconds to write down your animal's friends. We'll have more time to go back, so don't panic about not having enough time to tell the whole story. We're gonna go back later and do that. All right. Now, just like real life, everybody gets problems that happen. Your animal has a problem, a situation. Something goes wrong. What's the animal's problem? If you can't think of one for your animal, maybe a problem that you had is the same problem that the animal has. Whatever you think of, that's the right answer. If you can't think of anything, we'll come back later and fill that in. How does that problem make the animal feel? Having that problem, what does it feel like to have that kind of problem? Who's going to help the animal? The animal's friends? Somebody else come along? Who's going to help the animal? Couple more seconds on that. And then, how did they do it? How did they help your animal out of the problem? What was the solution? A few more seconds. How did the animal feel when they fixed the problem? What did it feel like? How did the animal feel? Or how did the people that helped, how did they feel? What did it feel like? Just like anytime you solve a problem, there should be a good old-fashioned celebration. How do they celebrate? What did they do to celebrate solving the problem? Okay? How did they celebrate it? Now what you can do is you can go back and you can add to your story, and you can tie your story all together and take as much time as you want to add more characters, or take some of the characters out, or change them. There are no, these are just suggestions. There are no rules to this kind of writing. This is your place to play, and everything you want to do in there is just for fun. It's your space to create however you want to create it. I will do another suggestion is go back and find other places you can describe stuff with color or feelings in your story. I'm gonna read you my story that I came up with using this formula, but I would encourage you to pause it and do your story first, because sometimes when we hear other people's stories, we compare them, and that kind of has a tendency to wreck our flow and our creativity. But I like to rhyme stuff, so you can also go back into your story and you can make your entire story rhyme. And that's what I did. I did the same thing that I just had you do, and then I went back in and I made it all rhyme with my animal. This is how and you know what? I don't have a title for this yet, so you can go back and put a title in yours. Mine still needs a title, so it doesn't have a title yet, but it goes like this. I was walking in the woods by a farm and I met a black rat named Matt. His favorite snack was Kit Kats, which I happened to have in my backpack. He told me about his friend named Ben who lived in a pig pen but wasn't a pig and likes to wear a Joe the Tiger King style mullet wig. Matt had a rat trap stuck to his back and asked if I would be willing to help him with that. Since his friend Ben didn't have any hands, he couldn't help with the trap. I could tell by the look in Matt's needy little beady eyes that being stuck in the trap made him kind of sad. And Ben, being unable to help, started to feel helpless and mad. When I reached down to help, I thought Matt's back would feel sticky and maybe a little icky, but it felt soft, like those pink and blue bags of cotton candy. Ben didn't have any hands, but to help, he did help. That didn't stop him from being handy. His body was equipped with the rattle, so he provided some music, rattling his rattle and the occasional hiss. And with a few tugs and a couple pulls and one big twist, we got Matt out of the trap. I've never seen a happier rat or a bigger rat grin. Ben celebrated by cracking his tongue like a whip on his shiny, scaly chin. We decided to celebrate and go for a swim in the lake. Wait, I forgot to mention what kind of animal Ben was. Ben was a... Dun dun dun, what was Ben? There you go. There's some storytelling encouraging you on Encourage a Young Writer, no matter how young or how old you are, encouraging you to write and write your stories and have fun doing it. There are no rules, just suggestions. Have fun creating in your own little world. Take care.